And welcome inside the Backstage Pass. It is Thursday, almost the weekend coming around the corner, and just in a couple of weeks away. Can't believe I'm saying that. Almost Christmas Eve, 2 weeks away from this coming Saturday, which is amazingly how this year has flown by, and getting ready for another one in 2023. So happy holidays to everybody out there in, I guess, radio podcast land. We're presented by our friends over at Bangtail Whiskey. Check them out, bangtail.com. Or you can actually get that Easy Liquor app just on your phone there, easyliquor.com, and get Bangtail Whiskey sent to your door. It's my drink of choice. It should be yours for the holiday season. Always say drink responsibly, no doubt. Well, I tell you what, we're going to do a little Texas two-step today. And first up on the show is someone I've been admiring her music for a long time from a distance. We finally got to connect here on the show. The new single is Broke in Heart across all the digital platforms out there. Make sure you guys go check it out. Callie Prince to the Backstage Pass. Welcome.
Hi, so good to be here.
I'm glad to have you too, and finally get a good chance to connect there too, right there. Well, I tell you what, I always love to start the shows a little bit different, but it's always good to kind of connect here. I want to learn all about you at the top, kind of what makes you tick when it comes to music and how this bug got started, I guess, from a young age. Because a lot of people say, well, I grew up in a family, a household of it, and, basically it was always around me. Or some people say, no, I caught it later in life. And some people say, well, it was a hobby when it started off, then I turned it into a career. So for you, for Callie Prince, how did the music bug, or when did it bite? How did you know you want to do this as a career?
So I've always sang. I grew up singing in church. Like every Sunday, I would always do the solo song. And then as I got older, my great-grandfather was a musician and played in a band. And so I really admire him, for what he did. He, wrote songs, played the guitar and stuff. But I never really learned how to play the guitar until I was 16. So I came to Nashville for the first time when I was 16. And so I went to the listening room, and I really saw, songwriters and, everybody just in action, doing it. And I really just admired that. And, something just, was in me. I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. And so I moved to Nashville after my freshman year of college. And it's just been kind of going ever since.
Talk about your succession of singles. Did you kind of know you were looking at putting out singles and kind of, getting the crowd kind of pulled in? Did you kind of know your sound when you first got into it? Did anybody kind of compare you to anybody out there? Because for me, you're kind of your own artist. When I listen to your music, especially this new single, you've got your own sound. There's no comparison for me. And sometimes, the comparison usually just kind of comes out for people when I hold conversations about music, but for you, it's not an easy comparison. You're just Callie Prince. I like that.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. It honestly, when I first started putting out music, I really didn't have. I was kind of just being creative, and I kind of was just experimenting with it because I kind of was still at the point of okay, I want to perfect my songwriting, but also who am I as an artist? And so I really had to discover that. And I feel within the past 6 months, I've really nailed that down. I feel I really have nailed that down. And now I'm on this track to every song I want to put out. I don't want it to sound the same, but I want it to sound like me. I want it to be me. And so I kind of have just recently nailed that down. So it's been a fun experiment to see what I love and what I don't want to put out.
I know the live shows are back for some people, and they're stepping back on stage out there too, doing their thing in Nashville, and some doing big tours around the country or fairs and festivals for this time of year, or Christmas music for a lot of different artists working on projects there. As we kind of close the year, are you finding more live shows for you to perform out there, more venues? Are you looking forward to 2023? Take me through that a little bit.
I'm really looking forward to 2023. I have some exciting stuff planned. I have a couple shows, so I'm super excited about that. But to end this year, I'm opening for Ricky Skaggs tomorrow in my hometown, which is going to be really fun, which is it's kind of like a bucket list. It's just really, it's a really cool thing. But that's my last show of the year. So I'm excited to play that and play it in my hometown, which is going to be really fun.
And where's the hometown? Where's that supposed to take place?
Philadelphia, Mississippi.
All right, Philadelphia, Mississippi. All right, tell you, as people are out there listening, like I said, in radio podcast land, make sure you grab your tickets out there and check out the show. And Ricky Skaggs, a legend in the industry, no doubt about it. So take me back a little bit. I'm gonna kind of do things in a little chronological order here. I love the song "Was Blown Away" with "Right Back Home" for 2020 when you guys came out with that one. And the second one I got a chance to listen to was "Into It." So take me through, I guess, that first one, the making of it, the writing, and just the tremendous people you got to work with on. Because this is again, if you're coming from a small town like me here in Texas, a little town called Beaumont, you know that 70 miles, 80 miles down the road, you're in the fourth largest city in the world, Houston, Texas. But I felt the connection with the song Right Back Home because I do come from that small town.
Yeah. So Right Back Home was actually the first song I wrote when I moved to Nashville. And it was kind of, I'd been in Nashville for around 3 months. And that was kind of like the mark of where I was kind of starting to miss home and like kind of didn't really like have like a secure friend group. And I was kind of like just feeling all these emotions. And it just so happened to be like the first write that I had in Nashville, the first co-write. And so I brought in like the first 2 lines of the whole song to my co-writers, and we just like instantly just started writing the song because they had both just moved up here also, and it was just like one of those things like where we all connected to the hook and the idea of the song, and it just like came to be, and that is still one of my favorite songs I've ever put out because it is so like close to my heart, and that song is so real because in the song, it just talks about, you know, you have to move away from your home to like chase your dreams, and like you're scared of like the stuff you're going to miss out on. And that is so real for me because all of my friends just graduated college and I didn't go to college. And so it was like, did I miss out on like some important things, like on some fun things like with my friends? But then I have to remind myself like I'm doing what I love and like I'm chasing my dream and like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it sounds like it. No doubt. I love that. And if the fact that I get that feel of just a small town type of song, which is, you're right. I mean, Right Back Home. And I just love the meaning and kind of the feel behind that tune. Well, I'll tell you what, I know you got a couple of performances for us today. I'm sure, and I just almost bank on it too. If I was a betting man, Broken Heart is going to be one of those too for the latest single out there across the Ditsy. I'd have won at the casino table there if I was betting there. Broken Heart, she's going to perform that today on the show. Well, it's up to you. Like I said, what order you want to do that in? I always say the single's best way to start. You want to start there?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it right there too. It is all yours. And make sure you guys check out all the socials out there and give her a like across all the platforms that we all have out there because we all love to be liked. And Callie, it's all yours, and take it away.
Awesome. This one's called Broken Heart.
Don't need whiskey to numb the pain. Friends to check if it's okay. You don't need a good time, stranger looking for a one-night stand. It ain't having trouble sleeping, thinking of ways to get even. It ain't praying for the one before you want it back again. It's been busted, it's been beaten, till it's hard black and blue. Hard to believe that it's still beating with all the hell it's gone through. It's gotten real used to believing that it don't hurt no more, and that someone of us has had enough and walks right out the door like a truck that keeps on running with worn and rusty parts. It's kind of hard to break a broken heart. It's got one too many scars from being so torn apart. Found out love ain't always fair, so no need to handle it with care. 'Cause it's been busted, it's been beaten, till it's hard black and blue. Hard to believe that it's still beating with all the hell it's gone through. It's gotten real used to believing, and it don't hurt no more. And someone of us has had enough and walks right out the door like a truck that keeps on running with worn and rusty parts. It's kind of hard to break a broken heart. And here's a message for the next one. It falls for down the line. If you ever feel like letting go, know this old heart of mine's been busted, it's been beaten, till it's turned black and blue. Hard to believe that it's still beating with all the hell it's gone through. It's gotten real used to parts. It's kinda hard to break a broken heart.
I love it. That is Callie Prince here on the Backstage Pass. Broken Heart is out there across all the digital platforms. Make sure you guys check that out. Go stream it across all the platforms wherever you download or stream music out there too. We'll take a quick time out, get a word in for our sponsor, Bangtail Whiskey. Drink of the holiday season for 2022. I'll be having some around the Christmas tree with the cookies and all the great food out there for the holiday season. Check them out, bangtail.com, or out there too, as well at easyliquor.com. Get that bottle sent directly to your door and drink responsibly for this holiday season. More with Callie coming up here. And don't forget, we got the Texas Two-Step today, another great Canadian country artist. My good friend Tegan Gase is going to join us to talk about her new single as well. Quick timeout. We're coming back. It is the Backstage Pass live on the YouTube channel and, of course, at the Sports Guys podcast.com out there, powered by that very website. Coming back. More with Callie here. Hang tight.
The Bangtail pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And back here with Callie Prince on the show. It is the final two shows of this week before we get into the final, I guess, week and a half of the year, because we're taking some time off, about a couple of weeks, and come back on January 4th with CMT Zone and Next Women of Country, Stephanie Quayle here on the Backstage Pass. Always looking forward to catching up with Stephanie here on the show. Let's talk about one of your singles that I go back to the one we talked a lot about, the Right Back Home, but I loved what you did and the feel you put onto Into It as well when you guys put that out in 2020. So I get a chance to listen to a lot of music here on the show. That one did blow me away. Talk about that one a little bit.
So that one is kind of like, that was different. That one really was just, that one really was an experiment, because I'm not really like me as an artist, I'm not really like a poppy person. But then again, like back then I didn't really know who I was as an artist. And so we kind of had so much fun with that, recording it. I recorded it with Daniel Dennis, and sound wise, that one it's so fun. I just love to listen to it, and it's just like, it's different from anything I have out right now. And I don't know, it's just so different. I just love it.
It's a good song, different feel, different from what you kind of, like you mentioned, what you have out right now. Take me back as we go through a little succession of them. Falling Out in 2021, getting more kind of perfecting that sound a little bit too. And again, something that's different from what you put out there from the single we just talked about. So
Falling Out that was a solo write, actually. And that was kind of the second I wrote that song, I was like, is this a good song? And I would send it to people, and they're like, this is a really good song. And so I started playing it out, and I had a really good reaction to it. But the way that I played it out it wasn't slow, but it definitely wasn't like a full production. So I never really knew like what it would sound like until I went into the studio. And when we recorded it, I was like, I don't want it to be a sad song, because I know it's talking about like falling out of love with someone, but like I don't want it to be sad. I want it to be like a positive thing. And so we kind of like gave it this really good beat. And yeah, I love that one too. I just love them all.
I love them all. Well, like I said, your babies, no doubt too. And like I said, it's good music. I know good music when I hear it here, or I like to think I do here on the Backstage Pass after all the shows we've put together over the last 3.5, 4 years. So I wanted to ask you about Broken Heart and kind of where were you, kind of what went through your mind, because that one's very you just feel connected with it. We've all been through that too, for something as kind of subtle and very meaningful that is. And I could use a bunch of adjectives to describe Broken Heart, but I'll let you kind of tell me the backstory of that one and how that just kind of it really, when it comes out and it hits people in a number of different ways, because the meaning people can take it in different ways, but we've all been through something like that.
Yeah. So the day we wrote that song, I had a different idea in my phone. It was called Broken Stool, actually, was the idea. And so I threw it out there, and me and my co-writers were all like kind of sitting around, and one of us said something about what if it's broken heart, and we just when you say that, you're like, okay, you have to write that song. And so we wrote this song, and it kind of just like flowed. It was just like, okay, there's not a song out here like this right now. Like no one has this song, no one's written this idea. Maybe they have, they just haven't released it. But like I knew the second that we wrote this song, that this song was special, because I know me personally, like I've been through that, and I've like it's like hard to break it because like we've been through that before, and I knew a lot of people would connect with it. So I put it on TikTok, and I didn't think anything of it because I was just putting a song that I wrote on TikTok, and it kind of just like blew up, and like 1,000 people have used the sound, and it's like, and people are really connecting with the bridge of the song that says, here's a message for the next one, that it falls for down the line. If you ever feel like letting go, just know this old heart of mine's been busted, it's been beat in. And so many people have connected with that, and that just makes my heart happy because like I've been through that, and just to know like other people can connect with a song that I've written is just really, really nice. Music
at its best, no doubt. I love this one because I love, first of all, the cover of the photo itself. It set up the single, which was out there, and I know from my family, we love going to the beaches out there for vacation to enjoy. You know where I'm going with this. On a Beach was a single you guys put out this year, and yeah, it gave me that feel of just escaping, getting away from normal life and going out and enjoying it too, with water anywhere. It could be fresh water, salt water, doesn't matter to me, but I wanted to go be that on a beach somewhere out there and enjoy it and have a good time. I think y'all hit a home run with that one too.
Thank you so much. That song is definitely, I love that song. It's definitely different from the sound that I've like have been trying to go for, but that song was just so fun, and it was just, I didn't want to waste it. I didn't want it to just like sit there, and it was so fun. And I would play it out, and people were like, this is so catchy. And I'm like, I was like, okay, I'm just going to put it out. And so we actually went to a lake here in Nashville, and they had like a beach. And so I was in the lake for the cover photo, and it wasn't really a beach, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, that's what I said. Fresh water, salt water does not matter, or brackish, whatever it is. You're in a mix of both, and you're out there with some type of water. It turns into a good song, and it made me kind of feel, or at least vision, listening to it. It was different from what you'd put out that I mentioned with the Broken Heart and some of the other tracks we've talked about. But when it gives you that feel, you know you like the song because you wish you were on a beach or somewhere, and you kind of picture it, and you want to definitely tie yourself into it and go that direction too. Well, I'll tell you what, I would definitely love to have you perform another one here with us on the show, and definitely talk more about that one too. What's up next? What are we gonna hear?
I can sing. I'm gonna do a new one that it's not out, but I am recording here in the next maybe early 2023. So it's called Tail Lights Told Me, and it's really just about when you go through a breakup and the person doesn't really tell you that they're leaving, and they kind of just leave and they don't give you an explanation. So yeah, it's called Tail Lights Told Me.
Here we go.
If you'd have asked me how we were back then, I'd have said we were better than we ever been. Didn't know you had your doubts and making plans of walking out. I came home to you pulling out the driveway, and a half-empty house left in my bed. It didn't even think of slowing down. That's a hell of a way to say we're over now. You could have left it in a letter, put it in a note. You could have called me on your way back home to your mama's and your daddy's, but you didn't. Now you just have to leave me wishing you'd have said it to my face before you packed all your stuff. But I guess it ain't like that. I thought I meant what you meant to me, but your tail lights told me everything. I was living, holding on for life, while you were busy putting miles on a goodbye. Those 7 years that you missed, and why you didn't, boy, I'll never know. You could have left it in a letter, put it in a note. You could have called me on your way back home to your mama's and your daddy's, but you didn't. Now you just have to leave me wishing you said it to my face before you packed all your stuff. But I guess it ain't like that. I thought I meant what you meant to me, but your tail lights told me everything. told me everything. Maybe a little closure would help me get over what I never heard you say, why you had to walk away. You could have left it in a letter, put it in a note, could have called me on your way back home to your mama's and your daddy's, but you didn't. Now you just have to leave me wishing you said it to my face before you packed all your stuff. But I guess it ain't like that. I thought I meant what you meant to me, but your taillights told me everything. They told me everything.
Love the tone in her voice. Callie Prince here on the Backstage Pass. Not even released yet. We get a little exclusive here on the show. Look at that. Before she even steps in the studio to record that too, we get a little piece of the action there too at the same time. And just a beautiful song. And every good country song has to have that breakup story, no doubt about it. At least going through something like that. You mentioned there, breaking up and not even tell you they're going to do it and just leave, and taillights tell you everything right there too. So another great. I love the lyrics in that song and the feel of that too. They just sing it, perform it so well out there. One final timeout. We'll come back. Don't forget Tegan Gase coming up here in a little bit on the Backstage Pass. We'll come back and do rapid fire with Callie, get to know her more kind of the personal basis and figure out what's going on, or find out what's going on, at least inquire that. To the holidays, if you got questions, leave them in the margin. We're doing the Texas Two-Step today here on the Backstage Pass, again, powered by the Sports Guys podcast.com and live on the YouTube channel and at that very website. Coming back, a word from the holiday drink, which is Bangtail Whiskey. Check them out, easyliquor.com or bangtail.com. Get that bottle sent directly to your door as my drink of choice, and it should be yours. A little background information on it. And coming back here more with Callie Prince. Stay tuned.
The Bangtail pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And back here on the show again, Tegan Gase coming up here a little bit on the Backstage Pass. The time for one of my favorite deals here. It is Rapid Fire, the fastest growing, I guess, game show here on the Backstage Pass. So sometimes it's not always rapid, just depends upon how the questions come out and how sometimes it does take a little bit of thought to answer these particular questions. All right, first up, let's say Callie Prince had won the big lottery there, that Powerball a few weeks ago near the, whatever it was, 1 billion or whatever that astronomical figure was. What's the first thing you would have done with the money after matching all 6 numbers?
Oh, shoot. I probably would have paid my student loans off.
Right. I'm with you, too. If I'd have done the same thing, I was like, yep, right there, too. From the educational process of the college ladder, I would have definitely sent the money in to pay those student loans off and then fixed up my house, no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about favorite foods, favorite drinks. What do you get into?
My favorite food is Mexican food. I love like guacamole, like chicken fajitas. Favorite food. My favorite drink is probably, I don't know. I like to drink beer. I like Busch Light. It's cheap and it's like, and I also like, sweet tea and lemonade. That's like a good, refresher.
Swamp water, yeah. That's the little thing down here. It's you gotta have the taste buds for that too. Depending on where you get that from, I do like that too as well. But not at every venue or every place I get swamp water from. We call it just swamp water down here. That's what we call it. All right, let's do this one. Toppings on pizza. Are you simple? Do you get complicated? Do you get a little bit of a mix? What do you like on pizza?
So I do pepperoni, I do jalapenos, and sometimes I'll do bacon bits. It just really depends on how I feel, and obviously cheese, but no sauce. I don't do sauce on my pizza. No sauce.
No sauce, really? Okay.
No sauce.
Sauce list. There you
go.
Sauce. Like that too. All right. Do you remember the title of the first song that you ever wrote, or if you don't remember the title, what was the song about?
The first song I ever wrote, I think it was called "Different."
Okay.
I don't know what it was about. It was just called different.
Just
I still have the work tape in my phone, and I never listen to it because I will literally just, just makes me eerie.
I love that. All right, favorite shows to whatever they are, favorite shows to binge watch via streaming or on cable or that kind of thing. What do you like to binge watch?
So I love Yellowstone.
Okay.
I've binge watched like all the seasons up until the new one. I also like New Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really watch a lot of TV, but if I had to, that would be what I would watch.
All right, I'll finish with this one too. Growing up there in Mississippi, was there obviously everybody's got their hometown college there too. College football, pro teams, you and the family into when it comes to the sports aspect of it. What teams were y'all into? Who'd you root for?
Oh yeah, we are huge Mississippi State fans. My
Okay.
brother went to Mississippi State, graduated from Mississippi State. I went to Mississippi State for 1 year and then dropped out of college. My grandfather went to Mississippi State. We're huge state fans. That's where all my friends went to college. Hell State all the way. Go Dogs.
Well, they've done pretty well in the sports side of things over the last few years on the rise. Hopefully one of their football programs. Baseball just won a national championship there in the last 3 years too. So definitely a program that's on the rise there. Starkville, Mississippi. Love the state, no doubt. Love the Bulldogs and always love watching them play out their respective sports. So I'll tell you what, Broke in Heart is the latest single from the great Callie Prince across all the digital platforms. Make sure you check it out. Happy holidays to you and your family. Looking forward to 2023. Thanks for being with us, and I'm looking forward to connecting again right here on this very show when the new music comes out if you'd like to come back.
Oh my God, I would love to. Thank you for having me. It was so fun.
I love it, no doubt. And the song is Broken Heart, came out October 14th. Make sure you guys go check it out across all the digital platforms. Tegan Gase coming up here in a little bit. I'll try to get to as many comments as we can off air. Music Crush Monday, go Dogs. So there you go. Like I said, one of those programs out there. Don, thanks for tuning in. He enjoyed the performances and the songs too. We'll continue that too. And if you missed this, I'm sure Callie will share it out coming up later tonight or first thing tomorrow across all her socials out there too. So a chance to go back and watch the replay if you missed the live show today. Don't forget, we're off tomorrow and through the weekend. Thanks to Bangtail Whiskey, coming right back here in just a few seconds with Tegan Gase on the Backstage Pass here, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Hang tight. We're coming right back. It is the Backstage Pass. You don't want to miss it.